Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Monster Legends video. So today we are going to be talking about why this current era is the best era in Monster Legends. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, it's going to get started. Now, I don't usually make videos like this type of content. I don't usually do too much, but if you guys do enjoy these, then you can go ahead and drop a like and comment and let me know, you know what I mean? And I'd love to keep making more for you guys. Also, I want to check one other thing. I believe there's actually a new island, the Tail Challenge. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so late to it. Look at that. Yeah, the past like 2 days I've been so busy, man. But yeah, this monster's so good. You definitely want to pick it up, and I'm too late for it, so I'm not even going to try it, to be honest. But those 5 tokens are looking kind of nice. I'm going to go ahead and just collect all my gold. I did actually just complete a little bit of it, but anyways, so this video is actually going to be exactly what it's actually titled. We're going to talk about the current era and why this is actually the best era that Monster Legends has actually released so far, in my opinion. Now, so far, I mean, this era has been, what, out for like a month, maybe a month and a half or so, but we have 1 section, 2, 3, and 4. We have 4 sections of monsters here. And before I get into it, I also am going to go over all the previous eras as well. Now, it is kind of like, you can actually argue about this because there are some eras where there was like insane monsters, but it's just like recently they just haven't been missing, man. Like Social Point's so like, they're doing too good right now with these monsters, you know what I mean? First, we're gonna actually start off with Ancestrals. Let's do Ancestrals actually, because technically Ancestrals do count for the current era. So we have Honan, which is actually literally the best supporter in my opinion right now, or like one of the best supporters right now in the game. So this monster is way too good. I've already done my review. You guys, once you watch the review, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this monster is so good. Then we have Florian, which is literally a top, you know, PvP and Team Wars monster right now. Everybody's using it. So this one's actually really good too. It has the dodge area. And we have Akira that also got released earlier in the beginning of the era, I would say. And this one's actually really good too because of the block resurrection. Has some other cool stuff, but basically an infinite attacker. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Maximus get released this? No, I think it got released. Yeah, that was the previous era. So we're going to get into that later on. But literally the past 3 previous Ancestrals, they haven't been missing, man. Like they're just too good right now. Bone Meal's okay. Not the greatest. Oni Ball's actually not bad either. You know, becomes a Mega Taunt later on if you want to use it that way. Sky Shade was also not too bad. If you guys did pick it up, you know, the monster's actually kind of solid. Nothing too crazy. This one, the only thing really that's cool in my opinion was the dodge area. I actually kind of forgot when that I did my review. I don't know what this monster was actually supposed to be, so I'm not really gonna talk about him too much, but you can watch the review and know exactly what the monster's all about. But Jock, in my opinion, it's also one of the best mythics they've released recently. So Jock, that's a really good one right there. Stalwart is actually not too bad either if you're looking for like a taunt monster. They did release a lot of tanks this season for sure, or like this era. With Zayt, so this one's actually not too bad either because of the block resurrection. Block resurrection, whenever you see that, it's like literally a key monster, you know what I mean? Rage Easter, man, fantastic attacker, you know what I mean? She hits it way too hard. The Tech Kid was actually not too bad either. He was okay. Iron Guard, pretty good monster, has taunt, then becomes, you know, bulwark later on. Not the taunt that becomes bulwark, but I'm just saying like the harden becomes bulwark there. We have Poisonaire, which Poisonaire in my opinion I really didn't like too much, to be honest. Ice Blood wasn't too bad, has cold blood, you know what I mean? So bypassing taunt and mega taunt. Cerebellum, I did a review on this one, right? How was this one? It's been a minute. We have Osamo Rosa. This one's another tank. And then Neuroshock wasn't too bad either. I remember doing the review. This monster was actually pretty solid. Has area toxins and other toxin abilities. I really like that. Fishigami is actually also pretty good. I did my review on that. Rakusho, I haven't actually reviewed this one yet, but I will soon. I do have the cells. Scrappy has mechanical. I don't think I saw this mechanical before, so this was actually, I believe, my first time. The monster was eh. And then Q-Junk. Actually, no. Before we get into that, I think... Was it Scrappy that I did a review on recently? He wasn't too bad. Q-Junk, I haven't done review on Q-Junk yet. That's a cool name. I mean, that's a cute name. You get it? You get it, Q-Junk? All right, let me stop. Then we have this one. I did do my review on the Battle Pass. He's actually better than the Gold Legends Pass, which was, I think, Scrappy. That's what it was, yeah. Jungle Eagle, pretty good monster too. You know what I mean? Has Anticipation Status Caster, or like pretty decent, I would say. We do have a Croconeer, which is also not too bad. I do like the books for the monster, has animation as well. And then literally one of the best supporters that they've also released. Like they released way too many good supporters in my opinion this season, like this era. I haven't gotten the sales for this one yet. Oh my gosh, it's Pierce. Yo, we finally getting a Pierce attacker, like a mythic attacker. It's been a minute. Last one was from what era? I think it was this era. Oh, it was literally the era before, and it was Charm. But yeah, like I was also a fan of this era too. I think this era was pretty good. They did release like Crocark in the beginning, which was really good for Team Wars. Can still be, you know what I mean, for sure. The Tacticone, Firestar Treat, I still use it. Pulse Bane is meta everywhere. Charm, of course. And then let me see. Red Eye Roger was like so good, and it still is. But the newer monsters from this current era, I would pick over Red Eye, to be honest. Especially that Earth looking guy from the current Tails challenge. Monster Crawler has anticipation. It's not the greatest, but not too bad either. And then I think that's really about it. Rick Coyote, I think, was kind of solid too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that was really pretty much it with that era. And then they did really some nice ancestral monsters, especially that Megaton with the freaking Megaton trade. Like, that's just too crazy, man. This era, for example, Historia, I wasn't really too big of a fan. They did release some pretty solid monsters that are still pretty good. Like, they released these two together, and it's crazy because Rapsentina is like Ardinian's like nemesis, basically. So yeah, they released some pretty decent monsters, but I would say the newer eras have been more packed with like greater monsters. This era I wasn't really a big fan of. You know what I mean? I mean, I like the Block Resurrectors that they released and stuff like that, but I wasn't really a huge fan. I mean, Kari was also pretty good, I would say. Still is. Universarion, you know, that kind of combo, it wasn't too bad, but I feel like Multiverse, they could have done better. They had cool designs, it's just the monsters itself. And then I wasn't really a big fan of Alpine, to be honest. Not just Alpine, actually, no, Alpine was better than what we're going to talk about in a second, but this one wasn't too bad. You know what I mean? Albinaso was like really good. Globzard, there was like the Google monster, there's Dumbane that's still being used up to this day. So yeah, a lot of good monsters like Gonzo and things like that. This era, I don't know, I just don't like this era at all. I think they just, I don't know, like I think this has been the worst era, I feel like, for Monster Legends in terms of like monster releases. I mean, Ion V2 is really good, heck yeah, you know what I mean. But now obviously it's Outclass. Scat Gold, he was pretty good, he was literally fantastic, but then, you know, died later on. But that's really pretty much it. I mean, there was Mauser too, but most of these monsters right now aren't even like usable. And before you say anything like, oh, it's just an old era, of course the newer eras are going to be better and like monsters are going to be usable. No, not exactly. Take a look at this. We have Galactic and we have Doom, which we're going to get into in a second. But first, Galactic, Lamoon is still being used, A911 is still being used, there's also Darman, and we can't forget about Robotito that's still being used. I guess you can make plays with Voltic Redeemed as well if you want, but obviously we have the Ancestral version. And I know there are different elements, like for example Ikera, you know what I mean, Unlimited Attacker. You could maybe use JJ for the element, but JJ doesn't really infinitely attack. Blossom wasn't actually too bad. I really liked Blossom. There was Nerida that was really good. Like, this was the time where I really liked Grandmaster duels. Naya, which was infinite attacker, Shadow Yena, King Adam still being used right now. And there's like Bolderar, Volcanics, all those monsters like Fireful, they got released and they were really good. Now this right here, we got to talk about this one. I feel like this has also like, it's between the new era and this era that I really like, and I need you guys to actually let me know in the comments down below, between the two era, which one you like most, or let me know your favorite era of all time in terms of like monster releases or whatever. But this era released way too many good. Like, there's Vyzeal, Hydrorean was so freaking good for Team Wars with 7 Sins. There was Hilkara, there was Teddy Bomb, Axmas, Snow Grow. Some of these monsters are still being used up until today though. Monk Flamorg. There's also Weird Ica, which wasn't too bad for the Trouble damage, which I kind of liked. There's Golvanus, you know what I mean? Elvira, Shivaraka was really good. Yola the Divine. There's also Master Goldfield, aka MG. And then oh my gosh, Cherub and Elfira, man, especially Cherub when it first got released, until like Serpentix took over. Yo, that monster was going crazy. Now, Metropolitan wasn't too bad, but I wasn't like a big fan of it, you know what I mean? Metropolitan was like an interesting era in my opinion. There were definitely some good monsters, but there are better eras in my opinion. Now, oh my gosh, Corrupted era. This was when they first released like talents, and man, I've got to say, this era was really good too. This is also up there for sure. Like, they started releasing some broken monsters, you know what I mean, with the talents, broken talents and everything. Like this is what changed the whole game in my opinion. I know before that we had like cosmics and original, but when they released talents like soul drag, unrelenting assault, things like that, it was really like crazy. Like this era did not miss. I feel like this is also one of the top three eras for sure. Like if I had to rank the top three, I've got to say maybe I would say Corrupted era would probably be first. But then we have Doomed era. I really like Galactic, but I don't know. I like the newer era a lot more. But besides that, we have the Cosmic. Cosmic was okay. I mean, no, actually, Cosmic was good. Actually, they had Linworm, they had Tabora, Chocomoco, and all those good monsters. But it's just like the eras after with the talents just changed the game like completely. I wonder if they're actually going to start releasing talents later on with the other eras, because like talents really made the game kind of broken, you know what I mean. Original Mythic wasn't too bad. I wasn't really a huge fan. The only reason why it was so overhyped was because of the stats change, you know what I mean. Like going from legendary monsters to mythic, their stats were like crazier. Like I know you're looking at the 5200 strength or like the 4862 speed and you're like, hey, that's really bad. No, at the time when these other eras didn't exist, this was literally the best. Lawnrad was so good. That 4800 speed, trust me, like back then seeing that, comparing that to like a legendary monster, like let's say Forsaken here has 3500, so you can see the big difference there. And these guys were the big boys back then too. So yeah, I was also a fan of, you know, Forsaken and Elite era and things like that. Like Wormlad, this was also pretty broken. But I don't know if I really want to call it an era because it was also part of the legendaries. This is where it kind of like started in my opinion. But I guess you can include all of these in like a call it in like a legendary era. Let's just say that. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know your top three, I guess, favorite eras, or which one you think is like the top of them all. But what the heck is this? Entering treasure cave, it doesn't even tell you how many tickets. What? Oh, did they change it again? Oh, era summon tickets 500. Well, that sucks. I did see a comment about this. Somebody actually commented about this, and I was like, "There's no way." Wow, that really sucks. They just ruined the treasure cave in my opinion. Anyways, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for today's Monsters video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.